Hey guys, what's going on? We're back with another Enhancement Shaman PvP video, and this time we are playing Totemic because I was watching Party Waffle's tier list and he mentioned that Big Dam had a new build to try out, so I quickly rushed over to Dressfire to check out what he was running, and this seems to be what he is running, so I decided to give it a shot and see how it went. And I can safely say the damage is definitely there, but I feel a pretty big struggle against range. Now, if I was fighting a bunch of melee comps, I feel like I'd be much more powerful. But in this sense, it definitely felt a bit weaker, I guess. But that could just be because of the fact that I have to chase a lot more, and my burst potential isn't quite there. But anyways, we got a Holy Paladin, we got a Survival Hunter, a Shadow Priest, a Destro Lock, and a Resto Druid. So our main focus here is the Destro. Now, in this matchup here, I actually just noticed that the Siphon's all over the Hunter, and I should have been able to knock it out. I mean, so should he, but I blame myself for letting that go for long. And this Druid is just dispelling all of my Flame Shocks, which is really, really annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely frustrating. So here we get a little bit of connection, but the Warlock gates away. So I was thinking, okay, maybe we should go after the priest a little bit, but the hunter bolts over. We both kind of go over, and I was just like, screw it. We'll just keep connecting to the Destro lock, right? Might as well stick to the primary target. It's whatever. So we kind of connect, get a little bit. He does a really fast chaos bolt. We're all really, really low. I see the siphon, so I poke it with a lightning bolt. Thankfully, it was one-shotted. So we get a little bit safe here. So I LOS to try and kind of save myself a little bit, but I missed the kick on the chaos bolt. Quite unfortunate there. The paladin's still hanging on by a thread, and we're kind of not really getting anywhere. And unfortunately, the paladin then falls over. So really didn't feel like we had any form of advantage there. So again, it's me and the survival hunter with the resto druid this time. So we're gonna try kind of a similar thing where we go after the warlock. So here at the start, the druid gets feared. I get silenced right away, so I can't actually tremor, which sucks. And then we kind of get a little bit. He gets hodged, so he pops it, and then I see the Siphon. I try and kill it fast enough, but I don't. I am just unable to do it, and I didn't use wall or anything, so that was completely on me. So it was my fault for not using my defensive really early and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Sometimes you just forget to press your buttons. I'm not gonna lie, I do it all the time, as you've seen in the past videos. So here it's myself in the Destro lock versus the Survival Hunter in the Shadow Priest. So again, the Shadow Priest is very adamant about silencing me. I guess it's just to stop the fears. I don't know, but it's not like I was paying attention to them anyways. Clearly, because I missed so many tremor totems. But anyways, we kind of connect here. We get a lot of damage on this priest, so he's very low, but we can't quite finish him off before the druid quickly tops him up. So it is what it is. So we get a little bit of connection. The druid again just constantly dispelling those flame shocks, which is really annoying. But I'm sure he's dispelling something from the warlock too. But it is what it is. So they're after my Destro, which I can't really do too much about it. But I figured maybe I should have done some more swapping. I see the Psyfiend, but I'm very late to kill it. See, I waited till half the duration, and I see a fear here, so I go in for a hex, try and land it, and I get it, thankfully, but it's very DR'd, but I'm also in full CC, so there's not a whole lot I can do. Then it's followed up by a secondary CC as well, so I kind of get screwed, but thankfully I stun the priest, which gives my warlock a chance to stabilize and the paladin a chance to heal him up. So we get a little bit of connection here onto the priest. You can see him dipping a bit low, but the druid's in his ancient lore form, so he's just quickly going to top him off. No problems at all. But you can see my damage is actually quite significant right now, and I genuinely am surprised. So it does feel pretty good. And here I get feared. Unfortunately, I can't connect. I kill the Siphon, but I really should have dropped a totem first, or my Tremor totem first, and that might have saved us. So again, yeah, I suck. I am very, very sucky right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite disappointed in myself. So here, it's we have the Wrestle Druid on our team, so I go ahead and lasso the Hunter right away just to kind of pause their damage. I get feared. I quickly trinket, and then I Tremor Totem, so that way my Druid can get in. And then the Paladin here pops every single immunity, which is interesting. So I got very, very confused, but I'm just letting that Siphene for whatever reason just straight like I'm not gonna lie, I am just blowing it right now. I don't know what is going on with me, but my awareness is gone, and I don't know. So, anyways, I try to connect. The paladin pops a denounce on me, which kind of sucks because crits are a pretty heavy part of my damage, but it is what it is, right? It's better to denounce me than to denounce my warlock. So I remember that the paladin already used all of his immunities. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna run after this paladin. The warlock's chasing. There's no point in me trying to get around and stuff. I'm in a full hodge, fear. It's whatever. I can't do anything. So I'm like, okay, let's just go after the paladin. Screw it. Screw it. I see the Psy Fiend. I go ahead and quickly kill it so my druid can heal up my warlock. The hunter runs off into Narnia. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to continue hitting this paladin as I have been. So I connect. He kind of runs over. He doesn't realize I'm still down. And I just take him out. I was like, okay, awesome. That's a win. Let's go. So now it's myself and the Shadow Priest. So our idea here was to go after the warlock for the most part. Um, but after some reconsideration, we saw some openings on the hunter, and so that's what I kind of started doing. Is you can see I'm connected onto the hunter right now. I noticed in the past rounds that he was forced into awkward positions, which happens as a melee unit. You do get forced into awkward positions, so I connect onto him, and then I'm like, okay, let's just. I'm on the warlock now. Might as well connect onto the warlock, get some damage. I get feared and thankfully get instantly dispelled, which is great. So I'm just connected onto this warlock, not worried about anything, doing huge amounts of damage, and the warlock falls over. It's great. It's great. He just falls over. It's nice. So we were actually able to bring down the warlock for once. So I started off on the hunter, and then we swapped to the warlock, and it was worked out. So here I catch the hunter out of in stealth, which is great. So and then I see the druid, so I go ahead. He pings him, so I'm like, okay, let's just connect onto the druid and get some big damage on him. He trinkets and ancient lores right away. Makes sense, right? He's in big danger. So I pop the rest of the cooldowns onto the hunter, connect to the warlock a little bit. I get scattered, so, and he's also got reflect up. I see the clone, so I'm like, this is a little weird. And he's got cooldowns rolling, so I'm going to back off for a second, go for a hex onto the warlock, and pause his damage for about 5 seconds, right? Very, very helpful. So I'm like, okay, let's connect onto the hunter this time. We got a little bit here. So we get onto him, and we just blow him up, and he's done for. And that lands us a 3-3. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Laters!